Call this meeting to order. This is the August regular meeting for the Board of Commissioners. As always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Savoy, would you please start us off?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So clerk, please take attendance roll call.
Commissioner Egan. Commissioner Martin. Commissioner McLean.
Here.
Commissioner Savoy.
Here.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Here. We have a quorum, so we will proceed. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the county board meetings, regular board session of July 10th, 2017.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we approve those minutes. Is there any discussion?
You missed additions, deletions, and agenda approval.
Oh, okay, I'll go back to that. Well, okay.
We can do this.
Yeah, we'll still approve the minutes. We can do that. Thank you for pointing that out, though. All in favor of approving the county board minutes, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. And the motion passes. We'll go back to item 4 that I skipped over accidentally. Additions, deletions, and agenda approval.
I'd like to make a motion to place a MAC conference, September MAC conference under new business.
Okay. And if there's no objection, would you like to, would that be a motion to approve the agenda as
Yes.
presented with that addition?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll support.
There's motion made and supported. All in favor, is there any discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. All right, now we jump down to correspondence received in the clerk's office. That is on page 12.
I move that we acknowledge the correspondence received in the clerk's office and forward them to the various committees as appropriate.
Support.
Motion made that we acknowledge and forward the correspondence received in the clerk's office. Any discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to public comments. Anybody who'd like to speak under public comments, this is your opportunity. My phone made a beep.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to say a few words.
Would you come up to where the microphone is, please, so that the mic can pick you up, sir?
I'm Tom Kelly. My wife was in hospice for 9 months, and I became very interested and was volunteer of the year, and I'm almost at hospice every day. I also am the chairperson of the Department of Health and Human Services, where I happily serve with Jack Kibble and with Floyd Ravenel, who we've been together now for several years. In my experience at Hospice House, in other words, we are Hospice House of the EUP, in other words, which includes Mackinac. So I have a lot of contact with patients. In fact, I think probably I come to know every one of them. And I know the home health service, how well that's received for Chippewa County and for Mackinac County. I was down to Lansing a couple of months ago at a meeting, 73 counties, and people were talking about the relationship they have with the county nursing department. Is that they can't get the service they want and things like that, and I just was in awe. I was amazed because we have the greatest teamwork between the home health and in fact they're one is better than another. In fact, I've taught most of them, the nurses, how to take my family therapy when they were in the Lake State, so I got to know them all pretty well. In fact, they had to do a journal on their own home, their own family during that particular time. And I think that both people of the county, they're very attached to the place. I mean, I think, you know, if you think of the 73 counties in Michigan, there's only 2 that's not, we're not talking about your financial concern. They're free, and I don't think there's another, and they all know it throughout the state, and, that this has been the case. And of course, Tracy has been a great leader for us. as a result, we got a lot of financial as well as enthusiastic support from both counties. And I'm not able to answer financial questions, or I'm sure you have much more data than I have. But I am aware of the fact that, as mentioned in the meeting before, that for $30,000 for a health worker, a home health worker, the return is much greater than that, and therefore, I think it would be a great disappointment to both counties if this service to Mackinac County would not be continued. And I thank you for your. I'll answer any questions that you might have.
We don't, during public comment, we just let you talk.
Oh.
So we don't really engage in a conversation. I suspect that there may be a few comments at the end of the meeting. But
Right.
thank you for all you do, and thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Anyone else like to speak under public comments? Pardon me. Once more for public comments. Public comment period is closed. We would move to the administrator's report. Mr. German.
You'll see the various reports as usual under the administrative section. Nothing exactly standoutish. And I've already explained to everybody that we'll be going into union negotiations within a week or two. So that's all I have, sir.
Okay, thank you. Anyone? If that does not invoke any comments or observations, we will move on to old business. Old business is enumerated on our agenda as item 9, but there are no itemizations, so we'll move on to new business. The first item being the Superior District Library appointment. That is on page 38. And let me turn to that. So, we have one appointment needed to the Superior Library Board. It expires on December 31st, 2018. Is there anything more we need to know about that, Kelly, or anyone else?
No, these were the two applicants that were still active that we had on file. We keep them on file for a year. And in the letter from Lisa, the director, Waston, she asked that Nancy be appointed, but again, that's up to you guys. And these were the two that were active on file.
All right. So the two candidates that we have are Nancy Birkenpass and Sandra Rink. And without further ado, I'll ask the clerk to take a roll call vote.
Commissioner McLean,
Nancy Berkopus.
Commissioner Savoy,
Nancy Birkenpass.
and Chairman Shackleton.
I'll also vote for Nancy Birkenpass, so congratulations to her. And thank you for being willing to serve your community in that capacity. We move to item B. This is the MAC conference. And I'll, if I may, I know Commissioner Savoy placed this on the agenda. The Michigan Association of Counties is having a conference. It's on Mackinac Island in, when is it, the end of September? End of September. And we felt like we wanted to have a person represent us there. It being at Mackinac Island at the Grand Hotel, it is probably a little more expensive than the average one. So we were thinking, I don't know if anybody else wants to pick up on this, but I know it seems like most of the commissioners are having some conflicts in being able to schedule it. Administrator German has volunteered to represent the county there, and I really think we should only send one person because of the expense of attending it. It's a more expensive conference with it being on the island and at the Grand Hotel. So
I
I'll
know
leave it at
that the deadline was approaching, and Commissioner McLean sent an email out the other day to see if any commissioners wanted to go, and there was no one that accepted the offer. So, I Administrator German offered to go as a representative, and I think it's in the Eastern UP. It'd be pretty well embarrassing if we don't have someone there.
Yeah.
But I would make a motion, we should restrict it to one person due to the cost,
And,
and that'd be Administrator German.
I'll support that.
okay, so the motion is that we send one person to the, MAC conference on Mackinac Island, and that person will be Administrator German to represent Chippewa County. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to a standing committee reports. We have finance, claims, and accounts. Commissioner Martin is the chair, and in his absence, I guess I'll do it. All right, so this is the finance, claims, and accounts report. The meeting was held on August 10th, 2017 at 2 o'clock. Members present was Commissioners Martin, Shackleton, McLean, Egan, and Savoy. Nobody was absent. Others were present, including Lana Forrest, Christine Lundquist, Administrator German, Karen Sankas, Tracy Holt, Kathy Carnes, Chuck Lenhart, and Kelly Church. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy to approve the agenda as presented. On a voice vote, the agenda was adopted. We had information from the Treasurer's Investment Report, the monthly travel report, the monthly visa billing statement, the quarterly MERS, retiree health vehicle reports, reports from the Health Department's billing systems, and the DTRF quarterly report, a letter showing the approval of the deficit elimination plan, and the FY 2018 budget calendar. The Finance, Claims, and Account meeting was a long one, and much longer than today's meeting will be, but this information that we're going to go over is the summary of it. The Health Department 2018 budget we spent a lot of time on. Chuck Lenhart reviewed the Chippewa County Health Department budget for FY 17-18. The budget's broken down by component units and displayed similar layout to the audit with 3 histories with a projected 2017 to 18 request. This reviews the objective was to get the committee the budget information and to provide direction and to balance the $254,195 budget deficit. Mr. Lenhart provided several options. A balanced budget will be provided to the Finance Committee in September for its final approval. Items also discussed were nursing shortages, job duties, and positions and job retention for part-time personnel. That was a long discussion. The Health Department also had got grants, licenses, and contracts. The committee reviewed the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services award letter for 2018 for Sioux Health Adolescent Care Center, that's the shack over in the high school. That grant award was $195,000. It was moved by Commissioner Shackleton, supported by McLean, to approve and authorize the the FY 2018 grant award of $195,000 for the shack from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. On a voice vote, the motion carried. And
Also move.
Support.
there is motion and support. Is there further discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
If you're opposed, vote nay. The motion carries. The committee reviewed the license agreement, which is an assessment tool used at the shack. Per grant guidelines, students must be assessed for risk factors. This tool has been used for several years. The renewal fees are being waived for 2 years, as the shack will be a pilot site for implementing a new portion of the assessments. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner Egan, to approve the license agreement between the Chippewa County Health Department and Possibilities for Change LLC for a 2-year, no-fee agreement based on CCHD, Community Health, Chippewa County Health Department, being the pilot site for implementing a new portion of the assessments. On a voice vote, that motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there any discussion on that motion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. The Health Department and the Cross-Jurisdictional Sharing of Services, FY 17. The committee reviewed the letter from the Western Upper Peninsula Health Department regarding the distribution for FY 2017 Cross-Jurisdictional Sharing of Services funding. with Chippewa County eligible to receive a total of $16,000. Funding can be sought for quality improvements and leadership, superior environmental health code revision, and ongoing cross-jurisdictional projects once project reports that support work performed or committed to in compliance with the grant requirements. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve and authorize receiving the cross-jurisdictional sharing of services funding for FY 2017 in the amount of $16,000 for ongoing projects, superior environmental health code revisions, and for quality improvement and leadership training and programs. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion is made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed a listing of contracts and agreements for the Health Department fiscal year 18, which included a breakdown of the contracted party, the program utilizing the services, the service provided, and the cost of the services provided, with a brief description of these services. These items have all been included in the proposed FY 18 budget. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve the contracts as listed for the Health Department's fiscal year 18 budget. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. We move to the Health Department release of a RFQ. The committee reviewed the request for quotes to be released, seeking quotes for the Health Department's cost report preparation. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean, to approve the release of the RFQ for the Health Department's cost reporting preparation. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there any discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed and was updated on repairs and maintenance for the Health Department section of the condominium unit per the master deed. The Community Action Agency has been made aware of the procurement policies that must be followed unless it is an emergency. The county purchasing policy will need to be waived for the replacement of the air conditioning compressor in the amount of $9,770. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean, to approve the bills from Albert Heating and Cooling for the repairs, maintenance, and replacement of the compressor of $16,369 and to waive the county's purchasing policy due to a miscommunication between the county and Community Action Agency regarding this project and those repairs. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed a letter of understanding between the Chippewa County Sheriff's Department and the Economic Development Corporation of Chippewa County to continue to lease approximately 10,800 square feet for storage purposes at the rate of $300 per month for the period of January 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2018, which is the same rate as the prior year. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner Egan, to approve the letter of understanding between the Chippewa County Sheriff's Department and the EDC of Chippewa County to continue the lease of Building 234 for storage. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed the application and award notice received by Veterans Counselor J.C. Hask. Is it Hask? Am I saying that right?
Ask it.
Haskey, sorry. Awarding the department with $1,448 to purchase pamphlets, name tags, flyers, a banner, and a table and chairs to be used for community outreach. It was moved by Commissioner Egan, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to accept, authorize, and establish a budget for the VCAT Outreach Mini Grant Award in the amount of $1,448 to purchase items to be used for community outreach. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion is made and supported. Is there discussion?
I think I just want to mention that in dealing with veterans in the county over the years, the last few years anyway, this is something that's really necessary. There's numbers of veterans out there that don't know that they're have the opportunity to get certain benefits, and we need to do all that we can to get that information.
I remember listening, I think I mentioned this once, I was listening to the radio, and over in Newberry, they were doing like a veterans fair. And they had, all these different services and, all one stop for people to come talk. It was just a once a year thing, but it was an opportunity to do that outreach. And, it sounded, when I heard the ad, I thought it was really interesting. It sounded like something we should consider for Chippewa. So, but anyway, outreach is good. Let them know the benefits that they richly deserve in serving their country for us. All in favor of the vote, please vote aye.
Aye.
If you're opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to Tax Tribunal and Appeal, Joint Defense Agreement, Cascade. The committee reviewed the Tax Tribunal and Appeal Joint Defense Agreement, confidential attorney-client document for the dispute with Cascade X LLC, the county's portion being 32% until the EUP ISD cap is met and 33% thereafter. Discussion followed. So this is another dark store battle we're going into, and we were successful with Walmart, and we hope to be successful here as well. But we have to pay to do it. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean, to approve the Tax Tribunal and Appeal Joint Defense Agreement, confidential attorney-client document, as presented for the dispute with Cascade X LLC. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion?
Yeah, I want to just express my disappointment that we have to do this again. And this isn't just, a huge Walmart or Meyer Thrifty Acres coming in, they're all over the world. This is a fairly local organization. Yet we have to now go to court or go through the process of going to the tax tribunal to get relief on it. And it just is extremely, disappointing that we have to do this again. And like I said, they've been here for years and years, and they're quasi-local outfit from my understanding, or they were in the past.
I don't know who owns them.
But it's just disappointing that we have to go again to go through this route in order to get the money to run the county government.
I agree. We spent, $40,000 defending our cause with Walmart, and we'll probably end up with that amount here. But if we sit back and do nothing until Lansing fixes this problem, it's going to be an ever-going thing.
And keep in mind, it's not just county, it's the city, it's the schools, it's all the services in our area that rely on people paying their
I don't know if the
fair share
public
of taxes.
knows, but we've already collected that money and spent it in other years' budgets, and now they want a refund.
Right. All right, well, we have a motion before us. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed the renewal for the county's short-term, long-term, and life insurance coverage. 44 North sought out quotes as our third-party administrator. Lincoln Financial Group via the Michigan Association of Counties quote came in with a better renewal than our current provider, The Standard. 6 other companies declined to quote due to the nature of business and uncompetitive rates. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve the quote from Lincoln Financial Group for a 2-year contract for county employees, short-term, long-term, and life insurance, based on the renewal quote provided by 44 North. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed the bid summary for the purchase and 5-year maintenance contract for copiers for administration and central dispatch. 2 quotes were received and both met bid specs. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean, to approve the low bid from National Office Products for the purchase and 5-year maintenance contract of 2 Konica Minolta BizHub 368 copier, printer, scanner, fax machines at the purchase price of $7,786.88. Maintenance will be billed annually. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. The committee was updated that the first RFP, this is regarding LTE modems, the first RFP did not include installation and that no bids were received due to the installation, and the committee was asked to release the updated request for proposals. So it was moved by Commissioner Egan, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve the re-release of the request for proposals for 4G LTE modems for law enforcement, which will exclude the installation of them. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carried. The committee was updated on the two main copier machines that are currently leased through Xerox, and those leases will be ending December 2017, which was not considered during the FY16 budget, as Deputy Administrator Church's replacement copier schedule was not accurate. The committee was asked to approve replacing only one of these copiers with similar capabilities and one similar to the one that was purchased for central dispatch, as the other large copier located in the public defender's office was previously utilized by all the offices in the courthouse annex. This will be a monthly cost savings of approximately $130 for the lease, as well as monthly use charges of approximately $90. This request would need to have a budget amendment once we have the cost of the larger capacity copier and the option of purchasing or leasing. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve the request to eliminate one of the large capacity copiers with one similar to the bid summary previously approved above, and to seek the lease or purchase of one large capacity copier in the courthouse, with a budget amendment authorized when the replacements are approved. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee reviewed the audit services bid summary from September 2016, and based on the agreed upon cancellation of Gaybridge and Company contract and to contract with Anderson Tackman and Company, the committee was asked to authorize Anderson Tackman and Company for FY 2017 and 2018 audit services at the cost of $28,000 per year. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Egan, to authorize and approve Anderson Tackman and Company to provide audit services for FY 17 and 18 at the annual price of $28,000. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. The committee was updated on the balance of the current program income left in the CDBG MISHDA fund, which is $14,527.88. The committee was asked to authorize these funds continue to be utilized for projects that are not in the targeted area, and the third-party administrator would like it disclosed that one of these projects is an employee of the Chippewa Loose Mackinac Community Action Agency. In addition, $146,934 in grant funds needs to be expended by the end of 2017 in the targeted area. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner Egan, to approve and authorize utilizing $14,527.88 of program income for projects outside the target area and improving the employee of CLMCCAA project, and acknowledge the $146,934 grant funds for the targeted area of Sault Ste. Marie needs to be expended prior to December 31st, 2017. That's a mouthful. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion?
I guess I want to mention again that this is it's community development block grant that's been in place for a number of years, and it's administered basically by Community Action, and it's to find people who their housing needs some updating, winterization, repair, whatever, to make it more livable, more efficient to heat, and that type of thing. And the program has gone on for years, and it was very effective and moved smoothly. About a year ago, the state decided to change some things relative to the program. One of them is to designate target areas. And they designated Sault Ste. Marie as a target area for Chippewa County, St. Agnes is a target area for Mackinac, and Luce County is Newberry. The money cannot be expended, the new money that they have, that they give us, cannot be expended outside that area. Now, both Bob and I represent the out county area, and we know of numbers of instances of people who could use that money and use it wisely, and it would be going to a good cause. But the state feels that they have to designate that it's going to go in the Sault Ste. Marie area. I think it's wrong, but there we are. And we can use, it gets complicated. I won't go into all the other parts of it, but when they took it over, there were other things that were done. But I just want to voice my disappointment again that the state has decided to do this, because we had a well-oiled machine here.
You know, I wonder if this target area thing originates at the federal level, because it is federal money being channeled through the state, isn't it?
I think so.
I wonder if it did originate with the federal level of trying to target. Anyone know? Do you know, Kelly?
I think there was a certain criteria that had to be met, and the only area in Chippewa County with enough population was the city.
But was it the state that established that criteria, or was it based on the prompting from the federal program, passing through the money in the first place?
That I don't know. for
Yeah,
sure.
I suspect that's usually the way these things
Appears
happen.
like
But I
it's
don't know.
discrimination to me. I mean, there's a lot of needy people lives in my district.
Sure.
Just as well as there is in Sault Ste. Marie.
I suspect that it's part of you've heard it over the last few years, called placemaking.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's to make Sault Ste. Marie a better place to live, and we all want that. It helps everybody, and they designated Sault Ste. Marie, so all the money goes there. But I think it's a little
Right.
bit of a mistake.
Understood. We still have the motion on the floor, do we not?
Yes.
All in favor of the motion, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to the next item. The committee was asked to authorize the 2017 Officer Delegate Certification, if administration is able, to attend the MERS Conference, September 21st, 22nd, in Detroit. It was moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Egan, to authorize administration request for the MERS Officer Delegation Certification Form. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
And so that passes as well. The committee received and
We need to
reviewed.
vote, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, did I skip something?
Skip the vote.
It was an assumptive vote.
Yes.
I was reading ahead, I'm sorry. All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. The committee received and reviewed the Chippewa County Child Care Budget Summary, DHS-2091, for October 1st, 2017 through September 30th, 2018, which is due to the state of Michigan by August 15th, 2017. This is an annual process. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner Egan, to approve the Chippewa County Child Care Budget as presented for October 1st, 2017 through October 30th, 2018 period. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Finance, the committee reviewed the bills and payroll was presented for approval. It was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean, to recommend the approval of the July bills and payroll as follows. General claims totaling $268,271.76. Other fund claims, $441,235.86. Payroll of $464,342.45. Health Department claims, $271,234.40. And Health Department payroll of $106,508.33. Total claims, $1,551,592.80. And vouchers H1 through H3 324. On a voice vote, the motion carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We have some audit amendments on Fund 281. The committee was asked to authorize the budget for Fund 281, as the actual authorizing for that budget was missed previously, or, well, I guess the budget. Kelly, did we not authorize the number, or did we not authorize the fund?
We authorized the fund originally, but not the budget numbers in the fund.
Thank you. I couldn't pick that up out of one sentence. It was moved by Commissioner Egan, supported by Commissioner Savoy to approve the budget. If I kept reading, I would have been right. For Fund 2081 as follows. The revenue account is $8,203. Expenditures under three various accounts are $1,200, $300, $6,703. On a voice vote, that motion was carried.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We had a closed session. Commissioner Savoy made the motion. It was supported by Commissioner Egan to go into closed session to discuss labor negotiation strategy. The roll call vote was 5-1, and the motion carried. We declared, Chairman Martin declared the closed session over at 4:13. Commissioner Shackleton made the motion, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to re-enter open session of the Finance Committee meeting at 4:13. And that was a roll call vote of 5-0. We move to the last item, which is committee chairperson comments. Commissioner Shackleton and Savoy discussed changing of a couple future meetings, including the week for budget meetings and the November Finance and Regular Board due to scheduling conflicts. The new times will be brought up to the full board on Monday, and we'll do that shortly. Commissioners McLean would like someone to attend the MAC conference, and we dealt with that. This is as good a time as any, and we asked Kelly to come up with a couple of dates for the November Finance and Regular Board, and we're gonna do Finance on Tuesday, the 9th? 7th, thank you. And the regular board meeting will be the following Tuesday, which of course would be the 14th. So 7th and 14th, Tuesday and Tuesday. Keep it simple. So please note that in your calendars. And it was moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner Shackleton to adjourn. And so I would submit that these meeting minutes for finance claims and accounts for August 10th be accepted and approved.
So moved.
Support.
Motion is made and supported that the Finance Claims and Accounts Committee meeting minutes be accepted. Is there discussion on the motion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to Commissioner report. Kelly? Can you come here real quick? Excuse me just one moment. I wanted to make sure it was all right with the family that I mentioned that we did lose Judge Church yesterday. I get choked up easy at such things. Excuse me. I'm obviously not going to be able to comment on it, but I would ask you to join me in a moment of silence. All right, thank you. If anybody wants to comment and can do it better than I, you're welcome to. Okay, we'll move on to Commissioner report on meetings as board representative and general comments.
In looking at the correspondence received from the clerk's office, I was a little concerned about the one on recycling. I read through that, and in looking at some of the changes that may be coming that are a little out of our control relative to China implementing rules about what type of recycling they'll take, because they're the primary buyer of recycled items from the United States, and they're making some changes, and it may have a huge impact on all recycling programs in the United States and ours also. But if you want to take chance to read through that, it's interesting reading and has some concern. The other thing that I want to comment on is I want to compliment the chairman on his fine job of reading the finance report. That was the longest report that I've ever seen since I've been on the board, and I'm glad you decided to do it so I wouldn't have to. But you did a fine job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I don't have to do it every meeting.
Yeah.
Anything else, Commissioner?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mr. Tom Kelly for your comments on hospice. I agree with you that we have probably the best hospice facility, if not, certainly in Michigan, if not in the nation. I know I've had family members there, and they are absolutely outstanding. And I agree with your comments.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that too. Our home health department, our hospice house, our people, our volunteers in hospice, we have a wonderful network of caring people, you being one of them, others sitting behind you, that do a great job in our community. We have challenges in our health department, one of which being a area, probably not just area, probably nationwide, shortage of nurses. And it's tough to get all the nurses we need. And we're going to keep trying, and we're paying a competitive wage, and we're going to continue to recruit and try to get more. We're going to continue to work with the budget and try to provide all the services we possibly can, because I think everybody here understands. Anything?
For giving me the opportunity to speak.
Oh, well, yeah, anytime. As a member of our community, you always have the ability to come speak here under public comment. Anyone else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we adjourn. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Yes, quick.